What's up, everybody? It is the Ivra on the 10th of January, 2026. Now, I hope everyone can hear me well. My last written post, we are all different. I know, we're all different. I don't know, I might post this on my both. But anyway. This morning, I guess people seen me in a different form of my authentic self when I'm not allowing their reactive abuse, taunting to bother me. I'm listening to my music. I may be dancing to, just feel the rhythm of what I'm doing. And then you get the compliments. However, it may not be genuine. But it's okay. Like I said, if you can't find the peace from within, I can't hold you responsible for finding it for me. So, but what I can hold you responsible for is being abusive. Depending on the extent of it. Like trying to be a wicked gatekeeper of a bathroom. When you try to study someone's routine and try to harm them, or you were told to do it like a little puppet, instead of being your own individual when you're so much more older than I am. Like I say, we're all different. We make choices to do what we want to do. Like I'm making the choice to be on my platform and talk about this situation that might be talking about you. And then you might be feeling some type of way because you know it's the truth. Well, I can see one way to fix it. Stop doing it. Okay? Stop doing it. And what I'm talking about, if anybody was wondering. Now, if you're homeless and you're trying to clean up, there's a certain atmosphere that you would need to do that. And there's a certain person, I guess, that was told to be in my way, to interfere, to try to get me to react, which is so childish. And again, they're older than I am. And to try to undermine or to try to upset someone's day is very disturbing. And it only shows me who you are. You are someone that I would not want to deal with on a personable level, because if you could stoop this low, I can't trust you with anything. Anything. Like I said, if I had a business and I knew my employees or an employee were acting in this manner that could cause me money when it comes to people investing in my business, investing in the character of my business because of people such as yourself doing mischievous things to a person who is down on their luck, probably at the hands of something you said or did in the past along with others. If you know the back history of my story or my videos or what I speak on or what I talk about, then you understand what I'm talking about. And so you're trying to up the ante by acting inappropriately towards someone who is in need of that particular service, so you think you can enact an inappropriate gesture to try to disrupt their day, to try to anger them. But I'm all about wait your turn, wait your turn. Let them do what they're there to do. But this person deliberately, intentionally delays, put things in front of the door that I need to go in and act as if they're not done yet, when I, with my consideration of the flow of business, even when it comes to the restrooms, because I know that parents come in there or ADA persons come in there. So I'm trying to get in early to get out of the way of the normal flow of traffic. And so we have a demonic person who listens to their handler. Yeah, you undoubtedly have a handler because I don't know you. You're from another country, my God. I don't know you. So you have a handler who told you to do that. But then you should ask yourself, why am I doing this to this person that I don't know anything about? And quite frankly, I am one of the cleanest people of a public bathroom. I try to treat it as if it was my own bathroom because I don't want to dirty it up other than the normal traffic that you would incur because it's a public bathroom and I am part of the public. That's why I don't understand why you think you are in the right of doing something like you try to do every morning. And then you give me this stare as if you look down upon me. Why is that? Because my head is at its right posture, where it needs to be. I may be without some things temporarily, but I'm never looking down on myself or looking at myself less than you. As a matter of fact, by the things that you do, I must be something more. You tell me, why would you act in that manner? I mean, if someone decided to look at my video, I would implore you to come as a secret shopper to see what I'm speaking on. Even the district owner of the store, I would implore you to come see what is going on. But anyway, nevertheless, see, y'all don't like that, but see, I'm a boss. I'm a leader. I don't participate in hurting others, even if they're down on their luck. Now, when I speak of hurt, I'm talking about the way that you do it. Now, if I was the boss and I seen you doing something like this, like I said, I would speak to you on it. if it continued, you would be off duty for 3 days without pay. And if you decide to come back and you did it again, and it is a matter of fact, you would be fired. Then you would possibly be like that person that you're taunting, homeless, because you already had 3 days without pay, unless you got a nice little cush in your bank account, right? Because in today's society, in the economic band we are in, 3 days without pay is stifling, especially with groceries, you know. So when you think about what you're doing to another person, because it's funny, because you're working, you're employed, and you think you got it going on, but how quick can it change? Like a blink of an eye. That's why you don't do that. And being older than I, you should already know this, ma'am, sir. Anyway, people don't learn until it's their turn. That's why lessons can either be a blessing or it can be a curse. Either way, it's going to show you your worth. So, I look at this as this too shall pass, because I know that I had to learn some things. I had to learn some things about people, their love language, their intention, their behaviors. And boy, have I learned. People watching is what I now do, to study you and your behaviors. I may not say anything, and I may smile in your face and act like, oh, they're sending a subliminal. Yeah, that part. Just know, I know what you're doing, okay? But I tend to turn the other cheek, or I will come to my platform and let you see that I know who you are, okay? So, anyway, we all need to grow up, because one day, you never know. I mean, you could become sick and you cannot return to your job. That would mess with your pay. Anything, a natural disaster could happen. You never know. So, I would just stop what you're doing. Because the right somebody, the right something, the right spirit that I need to know what you're doing, and that's the one that we're all subject to. That is the one that created all of us, that allows us to have life in our body each day. Although the spirit of the divine supreme give us the will to know, okay, do this instead of that, eat that instead of this, so you can help your natural body out. However, when you start messing with the needy, the poor, and the vulnerable, the Spirit of the living God will step in, along with our benevolent beings of the highest white light, along with the archangels of light, to intervene, to intercede on their behalf. And if you think it's a laughing joke, well, wait for it. You never know. It's kind of like Final Destination. You just never know when it may happen. So just stop what you're doing. It's not that I'm going to do something to you. I'm speaking to you like Ezekiel 33:10-14 says, I'm warning you. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Because I like my little bit of freedom until the real freedom comes, like Zechariah 14. Okay? So, and I was watching a documentary about bisons. It was very interesting. And I heard a word, dung, D-U-N-G, which is also in the Bible. But when they used it in this documentary, it was based on the bison's poop. Interesting. Like we all are suspicious of certain things in the Bible. But I do believe certain things in the Bible they were unable to touch. But it's up to you to speak to the divine supreme creator for you to see and know intuitively what is not true. So anyway, as I can continue my day, because it's a little bit cloudy, I wish Yeshua would just shine bright. You know, because I believe it helps out a lot of us. I don't know why that light keeps getting dim or whatever it's doing. But anyway, I just implore people to act appropriately because there are a lot of little ones that's looking up to you unless you're trying to implore them to act like you. Continue the cycle of retardation of behaviors, stifling behaviors that's unwelcoming by those who think and who have a heart to know love, kindness, joy, peace, a choice to be something that somebody else would want to hang around, not come around me every day trying to siphon from me. Because my temple is not against itself, but it will be against you. I employ it too. Okay? So anyway, we live on this earth together. The Bible said, walk in the light. The light illuminates darkness. I believe that's what I'm doing when I speak about the dirty deeds that you're trying to do to me. It's unwarranted. I don't provoke it. You just do it like a little puppet. What was those things? It was in that bison documentary. They are like dogs of the land, the badlands, but they help out the badlands a lot. They nurture the ground and all the other animal species like birds and the bisons come to live and enjoy with the prairie dogs. That's what they are. Prairie. Graceful animals. An animal that acts better than some humans. Imagine that. Maybe some of y'all need to sit down and introduce yourself to a documentary of prairie dogs. maybe you might learn how to act. I was very intrigued. They're very nurturing. Animals acting better than humans. I know some say black folks are apes, gorillas, but gorillas are very bright too. Octopuses are very intelligent too. Yet, the Most High looks at us to take dominion over those things, but then those things act better than some of us do. Imagine that. Get that mirror, please. Get that mirror. Sit down and talk to it. Till you are walking in your true, authentic light, not darkness, self. Okay? Stop bothering somebody who ain't bothering you. Stop stealing. Stop plotting on somebody's life that you already tried to misconstrue in the court of law. Perjured yourself by doing so. And then you want to taunt the person to make them act like the handwritten perjury that you already did. The devil is a lie. I am who I am. Not who you say that I am. Only what the Most High says that I am. Okay? Now, everybody enjoy their day. Stop throwing innuendos at my video. Return to sender. Every hateful thing that you're trying to send to me, return to sender. Okay? I'm just letting you know I see you. Okay? So, I'm just, waiting for others to open their eyes and see you too, who don't participate in those silly things that you do. So anyway, enjoy your Saturday. 'Cause I'm not sad today. Okay? But it is Saturday according to what I was taught. So, toodaloo.